Oh god.
You ready for the comic book? So, what do you think, Beetle? I think this. Should be coming back up. Gonna get up, get down.
One, two, three. What's it? How does that song go?
I can't remember anymore. Good old Coolio.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Gangster, dude. Gangster. I need something to drink. Carry this while I go get something to drink.
Oh god.
Carry this while I go get something to
Let's
drink.
do this again. Oh god.
Why is it echoing?
Let's do this again. Oh god. Is it?
Why is From you.
Let's do this again. No. Is it?
Yes.
Really? No. Is it?
Yes.
What happened now?
Never mind. It's up.
What's up?
Welcome back, folks.
Are we live again? Is this
We are live. Pretty sure.
oh
I had to turn it off, so.
F and A Cotton? Any viewers want to tell us that we're live? Oh, they should refresh.
Yep. So I'm gonna get some more to drink. You carry the show. All right, carry it. Carry it. Good job.
Oh god.
Carry the show.
Carrying the show. I'm carrying the show. Commander tags. Don't care. Don't have enough money. I'm poor. If anyone wants to send Beetle money, go ahead. We don't make a lot of money. Server communication. Server communication, like I said, I don't even use. Oh, long time no siege. If that's, I'm guessing that's you, Cookies, from the IE Cookies fame. I'm carrying the show. Tell Blank I carried the show.
Did you carry the show?
I carried the show.
All right.
Did
you let's talk about servers. Who have you noticed? Who's been notable?
that notable people change servers?
No, I mean like the servers that are out there that we've seen. You know what I mean? Like Blackgate.
Yes, I like Blackgate.
I like Blackgate. I'm not sure if they have an alliance or not. I think they're another community sort of thing.
No, they're notorious on the forums for not having an alliance that is an alliance.
Oh.
It's kind of a joke going around Guru that there's a lot of guilds on Blackgate that are so against alliances that an alliance is formed between them. It's kind of a little joke, but I don't know. I give mad respect. When we played Blackgate on Northern Shiver Peaks, those guys are a bunch of scrappy. I mean, they're just like my guild. They all play well. I think DA's on there, Decisive Action.
Yeah.
Ran into those guys a couple times, so they've definitely got potential, and I think they'll be up there in top 5 easy, even with their. I think they have smaller numbers, but they just got a bunch of small guilds. I think that's one of their best things. If they can get those small guilds working together a little better, they'll be awesome. What other ones? Oh, Lookout, Henge. I mean, Henge has Titan, of course. They're gonna be big. On the Lookout though, Tarnished Coast.
Yeah.
They're unofficial role playing, but all of a sudden they like all stopped role playing, just got pissed. And I actually know a couple of the guys I work with are on Tarnished Coast, so yeah, we still beat them by quite a bit, but they are just relentless. I mean, we were holding from Sanctum of Raw, we held a garrison, and Sanctum broke both the northwest and northeast gates. And we're like, oh my god, we're in the inner keep. And then I'm like, well, why does our back door have things hitting it? And here's Tarnished Coast knocking at the back door like, hey, we're here, so get pissed. And then, it was pretty good. Reinvite Aegon. I don't know how. Says Aegon. But the one big bummer for them, I don't know, there's probably not any Tarnished Coast people watching this right now, but when that took like 2 hours for Sanctum to end up taking that keep, And meanwhile, they're pounding on the back door. Sanctum caps it, and the door goes back to full. And they were probably just pissed.
All right. Can you hear me?
Welcome back.
Still got some
Alright.
echo, but you're alive.
Yeah, I'm alive. That was weird. I killed all my real tech crap, so hopefully that doesn't happen again.
You kill all the aliens that were sapping your power. They're all dead. Murdered them.
Have to research that problem.
We were talking about up and coming servers, Aegon. What's Jade Quarry been bumped up against that you guys think are up and coming?
I'm trying to think. We had a last match. Last match we came up against somebody that was really good.
We said Blackgate was pretty good.
We haven't come across Blackgate yet. We were pretty close with Dragon's Reach. We were pretty close with them.
Dragon Brand, or is there a Dragon Reach?
Dragon Brand or Dragon Reach, I
That's-
think. One of the Dragon
Brand,
ones.
Dragon Brands were Crackbone is.
Yeah.
Once we get them back on here.
Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty good. They were one of the ones that kept pretty close to us. Who else? That's pretty much it when it came to people that were close. I think the recent battle, someone was close, but I totally missed who it was. Started with a D. That's all I remember.
He doesn't care. That's probably Devana's Rest, Blank. Did you guys play Jade yet?
I'm not even sure. Like, we go in and it's all about like coordination and like getting people
Building
used
up.
to doing. We are in building stages. We're like, listen, expect to get raffle stomped, run over, like the innocent sweet girl in New York City for the first time. You know, like
Right.
that's the stage we're at. We actually did last night. We actually pulled up to first place, and I'm who we're playing. I'm not sure. That wasn't the focus. But we're missing the Oceanics. So the late time West Coast people went to bed, and we only got about 50 to 100 people on the actual server who were on during daytimes. So they were doing their best, but when you have entire communities on at that daytime, you're not going to do much. You know, they're like, oh, you're taking over this map. We're going to put everyone back over in that map and take your stuff back. So, but, it is what it is.
At least you guys, I mean...
I'm sure you're not even paying attention to who you're fighting. You're just like, get organized. We don't care who we're fighting. Just kill them.
Yep.
As long as,
If they're red, they're dead.
The mentality that you're just like, we probably aren't going to win for these first couple days. I mean, you guys are on the brand new, like, it's pretty small server.
Yeah, us personally, I think we're up to maybe 1,000 people max on like we're talking the total server. When it comes to world versus world, during our prime times, we're fielding 500 organized people, which is great. But you know, we're missing the time zones. So, like I said, that's why I'm hoping ANET addresses that issue in the future, because right now it's difficult. You're echoing.
Yeah. We'll work on that later on.
Alright, what do we want to move up on? Oh, we're talking about our servers and how are they doing. I didn't even read the note. My new server is doing well. But, I mean, we're doing good right now, but we haven't been matched up back against Blackgate or Henge or anybody bigger yet. And I mean, it's kind of like starting over because we were trying to get away from a lot of followers and a lot of people that were just AFKing, queuing, Doliac. You know, our queues were just ridiculous on our old server. So we're kind of in a building stage too, and yes, we are rolling a couple servers, but I mean, it's going to get real serious real quick here in the next couple days once those win-losses start tallying back up. And I mean, I think we fought Crystal Desert today, which I don't think has anybody since the beta weekend that we were on that I know of, but I'm sure tomorrow, or I don't even know who we're matched up with tonight. I haven't logged in. God, I'm really good leader.
Bad.
I took a nap, but well, I guess I'll check who we're logged in with tonight. But you know, we still got to get up against Jade, Henge, Blackgate. We just fought Isle of Jonthier, which I know has a lot of Oceanics. They're one of the unofficial Oceanics, and really proud of our Oceanic guys fighting them back. And I don't know. It's still the ELO system's still taking all the data in, and that's just how it's going to be for a while. So we'll see how our server fares out.
Yeah, I mean, for us, I bet you our big thing of winning is just the numbers we have right now. We're a ridiculous amount of numbers. We're always full in PvP. Every map, all the time. We're always full.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that. But like I said, one of the things we're going for is fielding. It was a logistical thing we looked at. The numbers might get adjusted, but if you can put in, and I believe this is what Titan structure was kind of based on. Don't quote me there, but it looks like they tried to put specific numbers into specific areas based upon certain time zones, so that, hey, listen, this is our prime time, your job is to hang out in this map. If you field it with 80% organized, communicated, effective groups, and then the rest is your community as they come in, they're going to follow you and back you because they know that what you're doing is effective. Yeah, the bigger servers right now might have the numbers, but when it starts coming down to organized tactics, I mean, that's what we're trying to build, over at DR, is if we can field 3 guilds of 50, 4 guilds of 50 who sit in a map, who coordinate different areas and do stuff, could that become a potential metagame in the future? Because we're not going to fight people, we're not going to have people transferring over to our server in huge numbers right now. We're getting to kind of handpick who comes with us, who's interested in organizing, things like that. So once it's no longer a numbers game, when it's a siege and supply game, when it's a coordination and logistics game, maybe the meta might change. And I'm almost really putting all of my eggs in that basket. So, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I think the numbers game in the long run are going to come to hurt us because when we come against those smaller, more organized groups that field their numbers close to ours, but they are actually, every single one of their groups are organized, we're just not going to have that organization because everyone's not going to be able to get in the way they want. So I think having the numbers we do will be a disadvantage to us in the long run.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's gonna come down to why we made our decision to move. Like you guys are seeing what we saw, and I mean, I sat in queues for 6 hours, and I was just like, when someone finally came to me and said, "Should we transfer?" I was like, "I've been thinking about it for 3 days already." Like I love playing on this server. The people are great over here, but for a World v World guild, let's get in it.
Yep.
Like. Well, it's good now that we have everybody. You got Egg on a high, you got Blank on a low server, and then me on a medium. We come from different talks now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they optimize better and they can actually up the queue a little bit.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh no! Not for
Who
me.
knows?
Keep them where they're at.
I know you would not want that. Man.
Let me get those 150 dudes in that are super organized, and then you get in your 30 or 40 dudes who are organized, and the rest is just flower pickers and people running around, friggin' looking at the water, kicking and shuffling their feet and shit. Like, okay, oh, it'll be interesting because there are a lot of dynamic variables to look at, and right now it's still growing. Like the game changes in front of your eyes, just like a dynamic event. Someone said that to me the other day. Like first it was like, okay, we do Dahliac runs, and then it's like, okay, well now people aren't doing that. Then when they're doing this, and now it's just a big Zerg. It's a number fest, and who's got the most, and who's beating people by 200,000 points at the end of a reset and stuff like that. I keep trying to put, like, in a lot of our conversations, is that split. How like we did earlier, like this is a 24-hour, this is temporary. We're in this for a long run. Where do we think things are going to be, and trying to plan towards that. So, if you're on a bigger server, those medium or high pops, how are you going to get these guys to come and follow you? I look at that as that's a big challenge to try and be like, oh, I'm Commander Blank Space, or Commander Beetle, like, come follow me, I'm doing cool stuff. How do you get people that aren't just the trolls who are like, screw you, I'm gonna go walk this Dahliac, or I'm gonna go pick these flowers instead. It's gonna be a challenge for you guys.
People tend to follow the 9-foot Norn with white dreads. That's why I did it.
Yeah. Like I said, it should be interesting to see how everything plays out, and once everyone gets organized, I think the 2 week battles will really see
Change
how
everything.
population really matters.
Yeah. I'm expecting you guys to see some attrition because
I'm
people.
hoping we see some attrition. Get off my damn server.
Message from Aegon: leave Jade Quarry.
No, because people are gonna get burned out. People, uh, it'll be
Well, if
interesting
the
to see.
guilds that came over just because we were winning, if the guilds that came over just because we were winning leave, I'd be all happy for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
if we can
won't.
keep if we can
You're
keep
still winning.
yeah, but that'll change. I can bet you that will change when it comes time to having to be organized. Because I know that the guilds that came there on purpose in the first place, because they were DOAC guilds and Warhammer guilds that were very heavy into organized world, want to stick there and get together. They'll hopefully drive out the rest who don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be very interesting. Everything in a game like this gets changed by the developers and their intent and their direction. But when you have something as I don't know what the word is. It's been too long since I've been to college. Just fluid, changing all the time. You're gonna see whether it's an alliance or a community or it's how things change, the metagames, how they're I'm looking forward to seeing when two servers just decide to beat up on somebody. They literally say like, listen, we're gonna beat up on you. So you're looking to your north, and it's like, oh, well those are invaders, and you're looking to your west, and you're like, oh, those are defenders. I'm looking forward to seeing that metagame about 6 months down the road when your big servers are starting to hit each other, and it's like, you know what, guys, I'll take a second place this week. Let's like I'm expecting that.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I
we'll
mean,
slide by with the second place.
yeah.
The metagame is going to be adding two golem drivers in each group. There's going to be each little 5-man's going to have at least 2 golem drivers, and you're just going to be like, stop, here come their damn golems, and beep, just portaling across the map.
It doesn't matter how bad the metagame can get. I mean, I'm gonna love it because the things that people can think of and the ways people can work strategies out is awesome.
Yeah.
And most of the metagame I see coming out of this game can be mostly positive. It won't turn into the hell that like the EVE Online metagame is, which is almost ridiculous with like alliances hacking other people's forums to get information and crap.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening with this community.
Right. No, a lot of the stuff I'm still seeing working, which is good for us, is simple like switch and bait or just small kill zone stuff, where it's like I consider them what we call level 1 tactics, where it's like, okay, we're attacking this northeast gate, but they've got more stuff here, and they're focusing here. So we're gonna tactically retreat. We're gonna go, down in the water, but we're not gonna attack anything. And now we're gonna put 4 rams down and come in this door. We're gonna go 4 more rams down and go through this door, but we're gonna leave some people up here. So everyone's focused in this one area, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, why is the Keepler dying? Wait, what is going on?
Yeah.
I'm waiting until, and I'm looking forward to this, the development of tactics in this game start reaching those, it's not just like, oh, well, today, we did a loop. We did a loop round because I knew that the people during the daytime were in this big Zerg. I'm going to give out some tactics here, folks. We did this big
Oh,
loop.
God.
They started to follow. Their Zerg did. So they came up to one. They took it. They went up to the next one. They went to the north one. We then went directly down south, took a tower, took a fort. And there was somebody all upset. Why are we giving them the supplies back? Don't we need our supplies? And I'm like, we just took 2 supplies, a tower, and a fort. And I gave him the numbers, and he was like, oh, I get it. I'm waiting until the rest of the community gets to the oh, I get it stage, and we start seeing everyone being organized at that level, because that's when the game is going to get really interesting.
That will definitely be interesting, and if we can see enough good commanders like that on every server, it will definitely make those 2-week battles incredibly fun.
Yeah.
And incredibly mind hair pulling too at points.
Yeah. You get online, you're like, everything's gone. Where are my towers?
Yeah. But, oh, it's not on the list, but I did want to talk about guild influence upgrades. What you guys thought about those for World versus World, the Art of War ones? Because those can be really useful, especially for 2 weeks. And for viewers who may not be fully aware of this, in the guild upgrades, there's a section called Art of War. You can upgrade it, and by doing that, it allows you to get certain increases, whether it's increase to how much supply you can carry, increase karma gained in World versus World, or things like increased fortitude, increased strength, all sorts of stuff. So there's definitely going to be some looking at who's going to hold down what bases because you're automatically going to get more things for holding them. Like before we had transferred, we held the bay and we made sure to pop additional health and experience just so people defending had more experience, but also along with the orbs had more health in general. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think
They're
it'll
definitely
come.
they're
Go
definitely
ahead, Aaron.
good. They're definitely good. I mean, I've looked through them. They're definitely some very good things to have, and especially if you have someone who pops them at the right time. I mean, like our guild, we're already level 4 and everything, so it's just a matter of what we want to spend our influence on when it comes to going into battle.
Yep.
So,
I wish we're like level 2
It'll
and
be
well,
like
it's sick with the amount of people we have and all the PVE and PvP we do in our guild. I mean, we easily rack up like almost 50,000 influence every day.
yeah,
nice.
we just transferred too, so we lost what we had. So
700,000 influence. I think 700 to almost a million was what I was told. I cried a little on the inside. I was like, are you guys kidding me? How is that possible?
yeah,
Oh,
Sorry,
but yeah, we
Tucker.
do that. We do that. We also we constantly have that 5%, 5 to 10% influence buff popped all the time whenever
Yep.
we can do it. So
Yep.
it's ridiculous.
Yep. Uh, but what do you guys think though? Give them
But
to the big things. Give them to your strong side. Because what we've been doing is we've been putting them on important objectives. But the variable here is, strong side is whatever your teleport point is on. So if you're in the southwest, you might want to pop that for the bay. But the counter someone said to me, and I had to think about it, was, what about if you're trying to own the other side of the map? Wouldn't you want to pop it on that side too? Claim that one.
I think it really comes down to strategically when you're going to need it. I mean, if you have a good organization and you realize you're weak in, I don't know, defense on this one side, you're going to probably want your defense stuff over here. Um, if you're just trying to rake up points and stuff, and just it's a quiet day, no one's really doing anything for some reason, pop that karma banners out, for PvP, because it's going to be useful to run around and collect some. You know,
I think for
I
the
think it's
Art of War
really going
ones,
to come down to where it needs to be, and that's really hard to tell until you actually see the flow of the battle.
they're tough for us right now, especially in the 24-hour format because my small guild, we're 30, 35 active at a time just because that's how we choose it to be. So I don't know, we're kind of personally, I think we're kind of gimped in the influence system due to this, and we try to maximize our influence gain with our groups of 4 and stuff like that. But I mean, Art of War just isn't viable for my group right now. Echoing again, Aegon. But it's it's just really not viable for my small group right now because we need all that influence to get our guild stash up. Because I got guys saying, "Hey, I've got all this junk here. Where do you want it?" Well, I don't want them just hang out to it. We need that in somewhere. And Art of War, personally, for us can wait. I mean, they don't cost too much. They're great to have, and I can allow our bigger guilds that can take the keeps easier to use those. And then those are isn't it for all allied members within that keep anyway?
Yep. Yep.
So I mean, it's really not in my best interest as a guild leader to use them right now, as with our numbers.
Well, what are your thoughts, Blank? You're the last one.
We've been very selective. We transferred just like Beetle did, and we're building back up, and it's been it's been a process. And I think that the most effective use of it right now is going to be weak side, especially because certain guilds are not going to have it. They're not going to have the influence. They're going to be trying to do other things. So right now, um, we've been using it whatever's farther away from us. In the future, I think that it's going to be something that you're going to want to make sure that whoever claims something has the ability to stack those things on it, because it's going to be important. Um, and hopefully, and this is the thing for you guys, you medium and high pop guys. What are you going to do if someone claims this place that you know is going to get slammed, and they're missing all of these extra buffs that somebody could easily give out? I can imagine that being a little frustrating, being like, dude, we
Yeah,
could have all this extra
Yeah,
stats on this
yeah,
place, but
that would be very frustrating at
that
times like
needs to
that.
that needs to be metagame. Any guild that's taking a keep needs to understand that if it is, I mean, you'd think any guild that's organized enough to take a keep would think to use those. So you can only hope. Like I get to the claim person, I'm just like, I can't claim because I only have 6 guys here, and then such and such guild claims. It's like I hope they have it. Just for the good of the server. There's nothing you can do about it, but if they're that big to take a keep, you'd hope that they have at least a couple things in it. So just hope, or just put down 17 arrow cards. Hope for the best.
guys, that's 20 arrow cards. Just sit on them all day and farm,
We don't
points.
we don't have Art of War, but we do have 20 arrow cards. Okay.
It's about the same. It's close enough.
Yeah, that works. All right, I think that will. Anyone has any last comments before we close out the show today?
Hopefully we start 2-week things pretty soon. I mean, I can't. My body can't handle this 24-hour thing much longer.
No. Yeah.
I'm struggling.
I got a feeling they're probably going to look at a month at least to gather data.
Yeah, like I said,
So
this high
many
ELO.
matches they have to go through. So many matches they have to go through. So many combines before you can really set a ranked tree.
Yeah, like I said before, this is roughly based off of what chess uses to rank chess players. And that takes so many matches into account to rank these number 1, number 2 chess players. So if they're doing that same thing, we need a lot of data. And I mean, you're gonna be fighting the same servers, and you'll be like, "Oh, wake up! Oh, Blackgate's here again. What's up, fellas?" Like, that's just what's gonna happen. And I'd be with that high ELO and the amount of matches. I don't think it. What do we have? Like 15, 20 American servers? I don't even. I don't.
23.
And when they do it for chess, they take into account what 3,000 chess players. Like, I don't know how that fits into it. I know it's a modified system, but I don't know how the server listing makes into it, because we're gonna end up fighting the same servers for 4 days in a row. It's probably gonna happen.
They got to be adding points into it. They have to, because I'm sure they're. If I was trying to develop this, and I'm terrible with this crap, these are the variables I'd look at: population size, points per population size. You could be Jade Quarry, but if you guys are all off RPing and no one's going into World versus World, you may not be getting as many points. So there's that, and then there is final point score, and those would be the biggest ones. Like, listen, they're fighting these other big servers, but they're dominating them. So we're going to adjust their ELO that way, or it is an ELO system, right? From what I
Yeah, it's
understand.
rough. Yeah, it's roughly based off of the chess elo, but yeah, they're gonna have to do some manual tweaking. I mean, I'm sure they've already done it before.
Yeah.
There's no way that the day of our transfer that we all of a sudden had Henge and Blackgate within what 2-3 days. I mean,
Yeah.
that Arena definitely has some sort of say in it. That's for sure.
I'm sure they have their number crunching in the organization down.
Yeah, because we didn't play Jade Quarry one day on when we were still on NSP. I mean, of those first 5-6 days we played, we didn't see Jade once, but then all of a sudden it was Henge and Blackgate because that's what the talk was about. I don't know. There's Arena Net hands picking.
Yeah. Well, we shall see how it goes, and we'll keep our eye out. So, got anything blank? Are you ready to wrap it up?
I'm good. I hope everyone's enjoying the game as much. I've actually gotten to do some PvE. Don't tell anybody. I actually enjoyed a
Dick.
little bit of PvE I did. Killed some dragons, killed some fireflies, picked some flowers. It was pretty boring, but it was beautiful. I mean, that's the biggest thing is this game is just amazing. When you stop kicking ass and you take a second, you're like, wow, this place is kind of fucking nice,
Yeah. That's what those
um,
vistas are for, to tell you to like stop, and take a look at the vista, and then it like brings you that camera angle. It's like, hey, check out what we did, because otherwise I probably wouldn't see half that stuff.
I hit the escape key too fast for those, so I'm like, Vista, complete. All right, let's go to the next
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah, but I would definitely say that even if you don't like the PvP, hit those skill points because those legendary weapons that you can buy with skill points are a lot. So you want to get as many effing skill points as you can.
Isn't it like somewhere around like 600?
50, well, the first one I saw was like 50 skill points just to get it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a large chunk of skill points, and if you're just doing it through PvP, that's going to be quite a while. Yeah.
Well, I'm up to
I'm already,
150 right now,
yeah, I was
so
gonna say I'm already at like 85. What are you talking about?
Well,
you turn
Oh,
yourself
you
off.
muted yourself.
it's 170 something alone just to get all of your skills. And then after that, you're basing on whatever else you want to spend on.
Well, and then the majority of legendaries, you have to combine 3 exotics, which cost
Yep.
skill points themselves. So
Yep.
I don't want to talk about legendaries anymore. Talking
yeah,
about them during the day, I'm like,
I don't need to
wait, I
talk
have to
about
do
them because
what? I have
I
to
don't
go
need to
do
talk about
what?
them
I
because
have to do
that mail.
PvE? Ugh.
Yeah, they're crazy. All
Just
right.
expect them in the mail.
All right. Well, next week, we'll be talking about one of the topics, anyways. Will be the five top design flaws of PvP and how Guild Wars 2 handles them. So we'll have some interesting conversation about that. Again, we're always looking forward to your ideas, your questions, your feedback. Stop by. gw2.fragworld.org or guild-world.com. Look for the show. The show notes will be up. You can leave comments, questions on there. Other than that, we hope you enjoyed the show, and we will be back next week. Hopefully, everyone will be back next week. Cracks had a lot of real life issues he's been dealing with, so hopefully we'll see him again soon. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you
Until
in game.
next week, have fun, kill lots of people. If it's red, it's dead. Take it easy.
Don't
Thanks,
kill me.
folks. Have a good night.
Can't kill me.
Next time.